Mic check.
Money check. Mindset check.
This is Mic'd Up Money Reloaded.
Where entrepreneurs talk money,
Strategy, systems,
and execution. No fake hustle, no empty flexing, just real business talk that gets you right.
Mic'd Up Money
Reloaded, talk that strategy, show it. Systems moving, profit growing. Real entrepreneurs already know it. No fake value, better own it. Price meets pain when the bridge is built. Execution turns the vision golden. If the plan is weak, the pressure gets felt.
Mic check.
Money check.
Mindset check.
This ain't just motivation. This is business correction. This ain't just conversation. This is money direction.
You want profit, build the model. You want growth, fix the flow. You want increase, check the numbers.
What you don't know can stop the show.
Mic'd Up Money
Reloaded, talk that strategy, show it.
Systems moving, profit growing.
Real entrepreneurs already know it. No fake hustle, no empty flexing, no more guessing, no more
Stressing, money, strategy, systems,
execution.
reload the vision, rebuild the plan.
Price the value, know where you stand.
Mic'd Up Money
Reloaded.
Bumping 96.3 FM. iHeartRadio, YouTube.
Where entrepreneurs talk money,
Strategy, systems.
and execution.
Stop just listening.
Start applying.
Mic'd Up Money,
Reloaded.
let's get it. Let's get it.
This podcast or broadcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, health, tax, or professional advice. Always consult a licensed professional for specific advice related to your situation. Thank you. Welcome back to Mic'd Up Money Reloaded, where entrepreneurs talk money, strategy, systems, and execution. And today is not just another episode. This is the first episode of Mic'd Up Money Reloaded. I'd like to thank my former host and co-host for all the effort they put into the first Mic'd Up Money format. But today we are reloaded. Before we jump into the topic, let me explain what reloaded means. Reloaded means we are taking this show into a sharper, more practical, more tool-driven direction. We are not just here to motivate you. Motivation has its place. Motivation can wake you up. Motivation can get you moving. Motivation can make you feel like you are ready to take on the world. But let me tell you the truth. You can still be motivated and still misprice your service. You can be passionate and still lose money. You can believe in your dream and still build a weak business model. You can have a powerful vision and still not know your number. So Mic'd Up Money Reloaded is about moving beyond hype into business acumen. This means we are talking about the real mechanics behind business success: pricing, profit, marketing, operations, customer behavior, systems, accountability, cash flow, value creation, business modeling, and execution. Every episode in this reloaded format is designed to do three things. First, identify a real business problem. Second, break that problem down with strategy and business insight. Third, connect the conversation to practical tools, framework, and action steps through the Level Up Toolkit. Because the goal is not just to listen. The goal is to learn, apply, execute, and level up. So when you hear Mic'd Up Money Reloaded, understand this. We are not here to hype you up and send you back into confusion. We're here to help you think better, price better, build better, and execute better. Because business success is not built on noise. It's built on knowledge, systems, strategy, and disciplined action. So let's reload. And there is no place to start the reloaded format than with pricing. Pricing exposes whether you are thinking like a hustler, a helper, or a real business operator. A hustler asks, what can I get? A helper asks, what can I give? But a business operator asks, how do I create value? Price it properly, protect the margin, serve the customer, and build a business model that can keep serving. This is where we are going today. The episode is called Price is the Profit, but the Model is the Money. Segment 1, the sale is not the win. Let me start with the truth. Some businesses are not failing because nobody is buying. They are failing because the business owner is selling at a price that cannot support the business. You can be booked and broke. You can be busy and bleeding. You can have customers and still not have a business model. This is why the sale is not the win. The profitable sale is the win. A bad price can make you look successful on the outside while your business is quietly starving on the inside. You got the customer all right, but did you keep the margin? You made the sale, but did the sale pay for the labor, overhead, taxes, marketing, materials, delivery, customer service, visions, risk, follow-up, and profit? Because it did not. You did not price the business, you priced exhaustion. A lot of entrepreneurs are out here celebrating gross revenue like it is the net profit. This is dangerous confusion. Revenue is what came in. Profit is what survived. If nothing survives after the sale, then the sale may have made you feel good, but did it make the business stronger? So today we are not just talking about charging more. That's too shallow. We are talking about pricing from a business model standpoint, not motivational hype, not fake guru talk, not charge your worth slogans with no math behind them. We're going to talk about pricing like adults with calculators and consequences. When you set the initial price, you are setting more than a number. You are setting the profit, the customer expectation, delivery burden, the margin, the hiring capacity, the marketing budget, the owner's pay, and the business's ability to grow. So let me say it again. Price is the profit, but when we go deeper, the model is the money. True business acumen is more knowledge-based than motivational hype. Motivation can get you excited. Knowledge keeps you from making expensive mistakes. You can go into every conference, shout every affirmation, listen to every success podcast, post every boss-up quote, and still be broke if your pricing model is wrong. Business does not care how inspired you are if your numbers do not work. A person can be inspired and still not understand cost structure, margins, customer acquisition costs, overhead, our cash flow. So in this reloaded model, we are not just saying know your value. That line sounds good, but by itself, it is incomplete. Before you charge your worth, you need to know your cost. You need to know your margin, your customer's pain, the measurable value of your solution, the delivery burden, the revenue model, your trust score, your competitive advantage, and the profit lease draining the business after the customer says yes. Confidence without calculation is expensive optimism. Some entrepreneurs are not failing from a lack of confidence. They are failing from a lack of pricing intelligence. Let's say that again. Some entrepreneurs are not failing from a lack of confidence. They are failing from a lack of pricing intelligence. A business owner says, I charged $1,000 for that project. That sounds good until we ask grown business questions. How many hours did it take? How many meetings were included? How many revisions were requested? And did you include travel, software, administration, fees, taxes, and profit? If the job took 20 hours, required 3 meetings, 2 revisions, $150 in software, $80 in printing, $60 in travel, $75 in fees, and several hours of follow-up, then the $1,000 may not be impressive anymore. You cannot run a business on vibe. You cannot price with hope. You cannot build the profit from guesswork. You need knowledge. That's what Reloaded is about. A weak entrepreneur asks, what do I think customers will pay? A strong business operator asks, what business model allows me to create, capture, multiply, and protect value? Pricing is not just about what customers will pay. Pricing is about whether the entire model makes sense. If the only way your business makes money is one customer, one service, one invoice, one transaction at a time, then your business may be too fragile. Sometimes sometimes this is just a hustle with paperwork. A comprehensive business model should have multiple ways of money can enter the business. Entry offers, core offer, premium offer, recurring revenue, add-on, upsell, retainer, digital product, toolkits, courses, licensing, sponsorship, referral revenue, partnership revenue, back-end services, maintenance plans, support plans, and follow-up offers. A $99 offer may be too cheap if it is the whole business, but a $99 offer may be strategic if it leads to a $497 workshop, a $1,500 implementation package, a $5,000 consulting engagement, and a $1 monthly membership or a sponsorship opportunity. Same price, different model. Do not just ask, what should I charge? Ask, what role does this price play in the business model? Is this a entry offer, core offer, premium offer, recurring offer, lead generator, profit center, trust builder, back-end offer, or lifetime customer value engine? A low-ticket offer can be strategic when it brings qualified people into a larger model, but a low-ticket offer can be dangerous if you are personally delivering high-touch services at low-ticket pricing. Do not price the product in isolation. Price it inside the model. Price is the profit, but the model is the money. Value-based pricing only works if the customer actually perceives value. You may believe that your service is worth $10,000. You may have the skill, expertise, training, hard history, and headache, but if the customer cannot see, feel, understand, measure, or trust the value, then your pricing argument collapses. That does not mean your value is fake. It means your value has not been translated into the customer's reality. In business, value must be communicated in the customer's reality. Not your ego, not your effort, not your resume, not your I know what I bring to the table speech. The marketplace does not automatically pay for what you think you are worth. The market pays for what it believes your solution is worth in relation to the pain, outcome, urgency, risk, proof, and alternative. That is perception reality. Cost plus pricing says, here's what it costs me. Let me add my markup. That matters because you need to know your floor. But cost plus pricing by itself can leave money on the table. Value-based pricing adds, what is the outcome worth to the customer? A consultant may say, this project would take me 10 hours and my rate is $150 per hour. So the price is $1,500. That is cost plus thinking. But if the project helps the customer recover $30,000 in missed revenue, reduce $12,000 in rates, or avoid a $50,000 compliance mistake, then $1,500 may be too low. The better question is not only, what does it cost me to do this? The better question is, what does it cost the customer if the problem does not get solved? You cannot just claim value. You have to show value, translate value, and make value visible. If the customer cannot perceive the value, they will resist the process. Every offer needs a statement of perceived value, not a slogan, not a cute tagline, not we help people win. Everyone helps people win until the invoice shows up. A real statement of perceived value should answer, who is this for? What painful problem does it solve? What measurable or meaningful result does it create? What risk or waste does it reduce? Why should the customer believe, and why is the price justified? Use this formula. I help specific customer solve specific problem so they can achieve specific outcome without major frustration, waste, or risk, with credible method, expertise, or price. Example, I help small businesses identify pricing leak, weak revenue streams, and operational waste so they can protect profit, improve cash flow, and build a more sustainable business model without relying on guesswork, discounts, or motivational hype. This is a stronger than I help entrepreneurs succeed. This sounds like a bumper sticker with a PayPal button. Your perceived value statement should help the customer understand why the offer matters before this price conversion gets uncomfortable. When value is vague, price feels heavy. When value is clear, price becomes easier to understand. Some people are not your customers. Some people want premium results at clearance rack pricing. Bless them and release them. But for the right customer, your job is to make the value visible. Trust is one of the biggest pricing multipliers in business. When trust is low, even a fair price feels risky. When trust is high, customers are less likely to nickel and dime every line item. Trust is not just a warm, fuzzy feeling. Trust is an economic asset. You build trust through social proof, testimonials, case studies, word of mouth, visible expertise, real credentials, demonstrated results, clear communication, consistent branding, strategic collaboration, professional presentations, customer service, and proof that you can deliver what you are promising. This also affects customer acquisition costs. If every sale requires heavy advertising, endless chasing, one-on-one convincing, free consultations, discounts, unpaid proposals, and personal begging, your business is too expensive to feed. The question is, how do I reduce the cost of getting the next qualified customer. You reduce customer acquisition costs through clearer positioning, stronger referrals, better testimonials, word of mouth, repeat customers, strategic partnerships, better content, better follow-up, and a better customer experience. Marketing should not create attention. Marketing should reduce friction. Advertising should help the customer understand what you solve, who you serve, why it matters, what results is possible, why you can be trusted, and what action they should take next. Many business owners say, most of my business comes from word of mouth. That can be good, but are you managing word of mouth? Are you just hoping people can say nice things when they remember you? Word of mouth should be intentional. You need a testimonial process, referral ads, client success stories, follow-up, shareable proof, and a reason for people to talk about you. A cold customer asks, can I trust you? A referred customer often comes in thinking, someone I trust already trusts you. That lowers the trust barrier, lowers customer acquisition costs, and can support higher pricing. Some marketing plants, some marketing water, some marketing harvest. The foolish business owner only values the harvest. The wise business owner understands the whole field. Distractions from profit. You can set the right price and still lose the profit if the business model is full of leaks. Some business owners think the only pricing mistake is charging too little. That is one mistake. But another mistake is charging enough on paper and then giving the profit away after the sale. You discount it. You add extras. You throw in incentives. You absorb overhead. You forgot commission. You split revenue. You cover pop-up expenses. You deliver more than the price was designed to support. Then you look up and say, where did the money go? It went through the cracks. The cracks include discounting, free add-ons, loose incentives, scope creep, unpriced revisions, pop-up costs, overhead not included, referral fees, commission, revenue shares, payment process fees, rush work, customer hand-holding, and absorb delivery costs. Discounting is one of the fastest ways to destroy profit. Discounts can be strategic, but many businesses discount emotionally instead of strategically. A foolish discount says, I will lower the price but still do the same amount of work. That is not a discount. That is self-inflicted margin damage. The rule is simple. If the price goes down, the scope must go down. If the customer gets 20% off, something should change. Revisions, shorter delivery window, less customization, no rush service, smaller package, reduced support, and fewer delivery. Now let's talk about add-on. Customer says, can you also include this? And because you want to be nice, you say, sure, no problem. But there is a problem. No problem often means more time, materials, administration, follow-up, staff involvement, mental load, and delivery risk. Enough small extras become a second unpaid project. Every offer needs an add-on menu. Additional revision, priced. Rush delivery, priced. Extra consultation call, priced. On-site visit, priced. Customer report, priced. Extended support, priced. When add-ons are priced, they become revenue. When add-ons are free, they become leakage. For pop-ups and events, remember, $800 collected is not $800 made. Subtract booth fee, gas, inventory, packaging, assistant pay, setup time, breakdown time, payment fees, food, unsold inventory, marketing materials, and your own labor. Revenue is loud, profit is quiet. Loss whispers until the account is empty. Segment 8, revenue shares, commissions, and profit partnership model. Revenue share can be powerful. Commissions can be useful. Partnerships can expand reach, but they must be modeled before price is set. If someone gets 10% commission, 20% referral fee, 30% platform fee, 40% partner split, and 50-50 revenue share, your price must survive that split. You cannot price as if you keep 100% when the model only lets you keep 60%. This is how people end up saying, we made money, but I did not get paid because they forgot to split. Before you agree to revenue sharing, define whether it is based on gross revenue or net profit, whether expenses are deducted first, whether refunds are deducted, who pays transaction fees, who pays marketing costs, who handles delivery, who owns the customer relationship, whether the commission is one time or recurring, when payment happens, what happens if the client cancels, and what happens if one partner does more of the work. We'll split it sounds friendly until the money comes in. Then everybody gets spiritual, silent, selective, or suddenly very mathematical. Never agree to revenue share language without defining gross, net, expenses, refunds, timing, responsibilities, and ownership. This is not being difficult. This is being responsible. Number 9, your niche, competitive, and creative advantage. Before you raise your price, you need to understand your advantage. Why should the market choose you? Why should the customer believe you? Why should they pay you instead of someone else? The answer cannot just be because I care. Caring is good. good, but caring itself does not build pricing power. Your pricing power comes from your advantage. First, your niche advantage. Who do you serve better than a generalist? I help small restaurants fix pricing, wage, staffing costs, and customer experience problems is sharper. Everybody's not a niche. Everybody is a panic attack with a logo. Second, your competitive advantage. What makes you meaningfully different? It may be your process, speed, accuracy, customer experience, proof for specialization, technical knowledge, implementation skills, ability to diagnose the real issue. Third, your creative advantage. How do you see and solve the problem differently? It is your ability to connect dots others miss. A regular consultant may say, you need to raise your prices. A stronger consultant says, your price is not the only issue. Your offer is underpackaged. Your customer acquisition cost is too high. Your add-ons are leaking margin. Your proof is weak. Your recurring revenue is underdeveloped, and your perceived value statement does not match the buyer's pain. That is advantage. People pay for judgment, clarity, reduced risk, faster understanding, a better path, fewer mistakes, and someone who can see what they cannot see yet. Price increases without advantage are just expensive wishes. If you want premium pricing, you need premium proof. Strategic price progression. Segment 10. A lot of business owners absorb losses too long. Costs go up, labor goes up, software goes up, insurance goes up, and materials go up. Customers ask for more and delivery takes longer. But instead of adjusting price gradually, they keep absorbing the pain. Then one day they realize they are losing money. Now they panic and jump the price by 40%, 60%, or 100%. Customers get shocked. The market gets confused. The business owner gets nervous. The sales conversation gets awkward. This is not strategy. This is delayed math finally demanding respect. Price increases should be strategic, planned, and properly executed. This is not about tricking customers. This is about avoiding price shock by making price adjustments before the gap becomes dangerous. Do not absorb losses for years and then punish the customer with one massive correction. Use strategic step-up pricing. Review your pricing quarterly. Raise gradually when costs increase. Add value before increasing price. Communicate changes clearly. Use tiers. Godfather existing clients temporarily. Apply new pricing to new customers first. Explain improvements in process, service, support, or results. Let the offer mature with the market. A price increase should not feel like the business owner woke up mad at the customer. It should feel like the business has grown, improved, clarified, expanded, or adjusted to reality. Simple price increase message. Beginning X date. Our pricing will be updated to reflect expanded service, increased delivery, and the additional value included in our current offer structure. Existing clients will have access to the current pricing until X date. After that, all new engagements will follow the updated pricing. No begging, no over-explaining, no guilt. No please, still like just business. Strategic hustling line. Raise before you resent. If you are mad every time the customer asks for something, your price or scope is probably wrong. If you secretly dread delivering what you sold, your price or scope is probably wrong. If you are busy, but your bank account looks like it's fasting for spiritual reasons, your price or model is probably wrong. Raise before you resent. Adjust before you absorb too much. Plan before panic takes over. Customized work needs pricing memory. This point is critical for consultants, trainers, contractors, creators, web designers, event planners, accountants, coaches, or anybody doing customized work still needs historical pricing intelligence. Just because the work is customized does not mean the pricing model should be improvised. If every custom project feels like you are pricing from scratch, your business has no pricing memory. That is dangerous. Every past project taught you something. What took longer than expected? What customer behavior created extra work? What scope was unclear? What add-ons were requested? What revisions were requested? What expenses were forgotten? What communication burden was underestimated? What profit was actually kept? What type of client was worth it? And what type of client was not worth repeating? That work is not just history. That is pricing intelligence. A mature business does not just ask, what should I charge for this new project? Mature business asks, what did similar projects actually cost me last time? What did I miss? What went wrong? What created profit? And what needs to change before I quote this again? This is how you stop making the same pricing mistake with a different customer name attached to it. If you do not study your past project, your future prices will keep you repeating your old mistake. This is not pricing. This is deja vu with an invoice. Every project should become part of your pricing history. Track original quote, final amount collected, estimated hours versus actual hours, estimated cost versus actual cost, what you gave away, revisions, delays, communication burden, hidden costs, and what should have been an add-on, and whether you would do that type of project again. Every pricing mistake should become a pricing policy. That's how the business matured. I remember I was dealing with a caterer that baked cake, and they believed believed that they were making money with these custom cakes. The custom cakes look phenomenal, look something like the Cake Boss. But the problem I saw when I looked at the numbers was they were not making money. And I told them they need to have pricing intelligence. They need to build models on pricing, because when you do a customized project, that's the only way you know that you're making money. And initially they resisted what I was telling them, but they eventually came around, because once they realized all the effort, added cost that was in each cake they baked, they realized that on some of those things, even though they charged $3,000 or $5,000, the price should have been $5,000 and $7,000 for them to make a profit. When you do things on the customized basis, you may like the prestige of doing something different, but the costs are the costs. If you're not making money, you're not making money. I came up with pricing intelligence because a lot of entrepreneur customized work do not have pricing intelligence. They do not have a pricing model to base things on. And then they need to understand if something is different from the last pricing model, that cost needs to be reflected in the new price. Every business transaction should teach you a lesson. It should give you more knowledge for the next transaction that follows it. So you need to have pricing intelligence. Segment 10. Stop using gimmicks to replace competence. Some people are trying to use fake credibility to cover weak capability. Fake degrees, weekend guru certifications, borrowed language, inflated titles, photos with successful people they barely know, and training programs that teach performance but not competence. They may attract attention for a moment, but it cannot sustain trust. Pricing without true expertise is dangerous, because when the customer pays, performance has to become deliberate. You cannot market like a guru, but if you cannot diagnose, execute, solve, explain, document, calculate, measure, and improve, the market will eventually find out. Hype may get the first sale. Competence gets the second sale. Competence gets the referral. Competence gets the testimonial. Competence gets the premium price. Competence gets the long-term trust. Do not use gimmicks to replace technical skill. If you need training, get real training. If you need experience, get supervised experience. If you need credentials, earn legitimate credentials. If you need better skill, practice until your delivery matches your prompt. Once your price goes up, the scrutiny goes up too. Premium pricing requires premium proof. Real expertise will always outlast rented image. This is the strategic hustling moment. Pricing power comes from proof, not noise. Do not ask the market to pay more just because you want more. Give the market a reason to believe more. Pricing power comes from real expertise, clear value, strong proof, customer trust, reduced risk, better outcome, word of mouth, social proof, strategic collaboration, technical competence, and pricing discipline. The customer's perception becomes their buying reality. If they cannot perceive the value, they will resist the price. Your job is not to beg them to understand. Your job is to make the value visible. Do not just ask, what will they pay? Ask, what do they perceive? What do they trust? What pain are they trying to solve? What benefit do they want? What proof supports my promise? What expertise supports my delivery? What model supports my price? What leaks must I stop? What revenue streams have I overlooked? What past project has already taught me what this should cost? This is business acumen. This is Reloaded. The Level Up Toolkit preview. For this episode, the Level Up Toolkit is not just a worksheet. It is a pricing and business model diagnostic. It includes pricing model builder, true cost floor calculator, cost plus versus value-based pricing check, pain benefit pricing threshold, statement of perceived value builder, profit stack revenue model, cost and input leverage map, price leakage audit, discount decision grid, add-on and incentive menu, revenue share and commission clarity sheet, marketing, advertising, and cost reduction tracker, trust score, pricing audit, niche, competitive, and increased manner, price increase planner, and historical project pricing guide for customized work. The goal is not just to listen to this episode and say that was good. The goal is to apply it. Review your price, review your model, review your proof, review your cost, review your customer acquisition, review your add-on, review your discounting, review your old project. Stop letting profit leak out of a business you are working too hard to build. Final mic drop. Let me bring this home. Price is the profit, but the model is the money. Perception is the reality. Proof is the bridge. Trust is the multiplier. Marketing reduces friction. Word of mouth lowers acquisition costs. Revenue streams create stability. Scope control protects the margin. Historical pricing prevents repeated mistakes. Strategic price progression prevents panic pricing. Real expertise sustains the promise. So stop asking only, what price will they pay? Start asking, what do they perceive? What pain pain points are they trying to solve? What benefits do they want? What proof supports my promise? What revenue streams support the model? What does it cost to deliver? What leaks must be controlled? And what advantage justifies the price? This is business acumen, not hype, not noise, not fake guru energy. Business acumen is knowledge applied to money, model, market, margin, and execution. This is not just a new episode. This is a reset. Mic'd Up Money Reloaded is about building business with clearer thinking, stronger models, better pricing, stronger systems, and real execution. Entrepreneurship does not need more empty noise. It needs more knowledge, more discipline, more strategy, and more people willing to tell the truth about what makes the business work. This is Mic'd Up Money Reloaded. Entrepreneurs talk money, strategy, systems, and execution. Today's reminder is simple. The sale is not the win. The profitable sale inside the right model with proof and discipline behind it. That is the win. Mic'd Up, money up, let's reload.
Mic check, money check. Hey, mindset check. This is Mic'd Up Money Reloaded, where entrepreneurs talk money, strategy, systems, and execution. No fake hustle, no empty flexing, just real business talk that gets you right. Mic'd Up Money Reloaded, talk that strategy, show it. Systems moving, profit grow, and real entrepreneurs already know it. No fake value, better own it. Price meets pain when the bridge is built. Execution turns the vision gold, and if the plan is weak, the pressure gets felt. Mic check, money check,
Mindset check.
this ain't just motivation. This is business correction. This ain't just conversation. This is money direction. You want profit, build the model. You want growth, fix the flow. You want increase, check the numbers. What you don't know can't stop the show. Mic'd Up Money Reloaded, talk that strategy, show it. Systems moving, profit grow, and real entrepreneurs already know it. No fake hustle, no empty flexing, no more guessing, no more stressing. Money, strategy, systems, execution. Reload the vision, rebuild the plan, price the value, know where you stand. Mic'd Up Money Reloaded. Bumping 96.3 FM, iHeartRadio, YouTube, where entrepreneurs talk money, strategy, systems, and execution. Stop just listening, start applying.
Mic'd Up Money Reloaded.
Let's get it.